Good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Grab my coffee, sorry about that. Frank's back here like, do you have more food for me? Frank is so silly. Frank actually, so he looks like he's starving, but literally like 2 minutes ago on the Instagram live stream, I fed Frank. Usually I wait till I get on here and feed Frank for you guys to see, but since Instagram hasn't gotten the joys of watching Frank be ridiculous and eat, figured I would share some of the love. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. If you were lucky enough to go to Reefapalooza, New York, please comment. Let me know what your favorite thing about the show was. If you would recommend the show, if you would go again. I didn't unfortunately get to go, but I keep seeing pictures on Facebook. It looks like it was an amazing time. So let me know what you thought of it if you went. So I got, oh dude, that's really hot. Almost spilled coffee all over myself. So if you haven't seen this one before, because it's cute. Of course it's cute. It's a dang cute mug. Dang cute fish mug. This is one of Kelly's mugs. If you haven't been to her page, Dang Cute Fish, over on Instagram, or she's got an Etsy site and a website as well, so definitely check her out. Very talented artist and fish lover. So this is my mug today. It's got a cowfish. Yay. It's the little things in life. So what do I got to talk about with you guys today? I don't have a lot of stuff. I was telling people on Instagram a few minutes ago, I'm like, I had this really great idea last week during my lives, and I should have written it down when I thought it, because it would have been a great topic for a conversation, and I didn't write it down, and I totally forgot about it, so bear with me. But I know the title for this says Inverts, which I will talk to you about some inverts. I've got this handy dandy little catch cup positioned just so in the view, and if you were here last week or the week before, maybe you heard me talk about my hermit crab in the catch cup, so I'll go into a little bit more depth about him in just a minute. So I have mentioned my coral tank in the past. This weekend I picked up some new corals. Yay! If you are on Facebook or Instagram, I think he's got a website as well, but Sin City Corals is who I get corals from. He's got an amazing selection of stuff, just like, wow, the colors are fantastic. So I went over and picked up some new corals for my nano tank, and I'm really excited. I tried to do a video yesterday, but they're still kind of in that like transition phase where they're not fully open, but they're getting there. Hey, good morning! You know Sin City Corals. I was just saying how I picked up some new ones this weekend. And in adding the new ones to my tank, I went in and I cleaned the glass, and then I kind of moved little corals around so that I'd have more space to put the new ones. And I noticed that my meteor shower cephastria that's in there, it maybe was covering like a third of a frag plug, so like one of the small circular ones, and now it's completely covering the frag plug. It's growing off the edges, it's growing underneath, and when I moved it to like adjust it so it would like grow on some other rocks, it's got these beautiful like colors that are popping. It's so pretty. I'm very excited to watch this one grow. But I did get, since I'm enjoying the growth of that one, I got another cephastria as well. So I'll keep you guys in touch with my new corals that I've purchased, and once they start to open up and like really look good, I will definitely keep you in the loop. So yes, Andrew does have fire. Totally. Yeah. I think I probably will hold off on buying any new corals until I get to maybe Reefapalooza. I'm thinking maybe. We'll see. But so let's go talk aquarium inverts, right? We'll get one more thing. So I don't know if you guys have RO units at the house. I've got one, an RODI unit, I keep it outside because that's where I can get enough like water pressure to run it. And I'm really bad. I actually left it outside, and this now that it's summer, the sun pattern has changed on my little back patio, and it's for the most part been sitting in direct sun, so it's all those canister filters are covered in algae. So I went yesterday also and purchased a new set of filters for my ROGI. So lesson learned, don't leave your stuff outside in the sun unless it's rocks and you're trying to bake them. Yes. Yes, we should go shop together. Oh, no, I'm done. I've put myself on I've capped my limit. I go in and I'm like, I hand him some money. I'm like, all right, this is what I want to spend today. You didn't steer me wrong last time. What do you recommend? And so that's how I have the corals that I have. But, so this says Aquarium Inverts, and let's talk about inverts. If you didn't know, hermit crabs, they can lose their legs, lose their claws, and regenerate them in the following. Every time they molt, they can like regenerate limbs. So I've heard about it, but I've never really seen it to an extent that I have this weekend. So I guess it might have been 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that in this little catch cup is a hermit crab. We found him hanging around in with all of my hermit crabs on the bottom. Only thing is, he only had his 2 little claws, and all his legs, his legs were totally gone. So we put him up in this little catch cup so that nobody else could beat up on him, like he couldn't lose any more limbs, and that he felt a little bit safer. He really, I literally had to hand feed him every single day because with his 2 little claws, he was not able to move around like at all. Like he, maybe in the course of like several hours, he's able to slowly drag himself like halfway across the length of this little catch cup, but he was having a rough go. But yesterday, I came downstairs and I see a molt in here, and guess who's got all of his legs back? How exciting is that? So before this video ends, I'll pull this. You know what? Let me do it right now so I don't forget. So I don't want to open up the catch cup because it just happened yesterday, and hermit crabs are very sensitive, so I don't want to like freak them out or scare them. You can stress them out pretty bad. I think marine ones I feel like they're a little bit more durable, more so. I've got land hermit crabs as well, and like those can get stressed out. Like in the pet store, they get stressed out to the point that like they will just like drop their limbs and they might not grow them back even if they get into a good environment. So I'm gonna pull this out and take it close so that you can see. And when I say I'm hand feeding this hermit crab every day, I am feeding him little bits of probiotics and Thera. Frank is like, what are you doing? Can I get in there? So see if it will focus. It's having a hard time focusing, but over here is the molt. You can see like the dark blob up front. That was those claws, and you don't see any other legs. But look who's here with all his appendages back where they should be. It's pretty exciting. Very exciting. So I'm gonna leave him in that little catch cup box for probably another. Hey, Dr. Ted. I'll probably leave him in there for like another day or so. It's not flipping around. No? Alright. Might be stuck like this. My camera will not flip. You can sit and stare at Frank. So, yeah. This hermit will stay in there for another day. Just till he feels good and strong, and then I'll put him back in with the masses. Right? It's very, almost like X-Men going on. Speaking of X-Men, one of my new corals is a Mystique Zoa. What? Since we're talking about inverts, I know I've showed you guys this big boy before, but I think he's about to try and molt. Every time that he molts, he usually comes over to this side of the tank and like hunkers down in front of this grok, which seems a little bit exposed, but it works for him. I apologize for all the salt creep all over the glass. Frank loves spitting water. Loves spitting water. Watch if I turn this other light off. Look at all that salt creep. What am I gonna do with you, Frank? Me? What? I didn't do nothing. So, I guess I'm like stuck on this view. Alright. I tried to flip the camera around and the camera won't flip back around, so I'll just talk while you guys stare at hermit crabs eating food. See if I can find anybody exciting. I've got a large variety of hermit crabs in this tank. All right. Since I'm having some technical difficulties with the screen, I am going to say thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. If you have been to Reefapalooza, New York, definitely leave a comment, let me know how it went. Also, if you've got any fun, exciting things about inverts in your tank or cool fun facts, please drop them below. I always love learning new things. Look at these guys, they're so cute. I overfeed a lot, but these guys are the best cleanup crew ever. Alright guys, have a great week. I will see you next Monday. Same